I wish I had a different shirt on. I wish I had a special shirt on today because it's a special day. But I don't. I mean, it's an okay shirt. I think I bought it at Target, Super Target, a couple of years ago. But nothing special about it. Hello, Bobby. Hello, and Henry, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Hello, Momo. Hello, Suvir. I appreciate Suvir Taineni joining. Hello, Candy, Disco Gago, and Ashley. Anna, Doug, Grammy, Momo, Hugdot, Wayne, David, Hugdot. I don't know what that means. I wonder what that means. Chris, Nikki, I used to give a lot of hugs. I love hugs. They're so intimate. They're so intimate. Hugged my ex-wife yesterday and held her. Felt nice. Felt nice. Felt intimate. Felt a connection. And different than any other connection. It's like a human bonding. Kind of friendship with love, kind of. It's nice. I need some serious psychiatric help. Probably I do. Woo-hoo-hoo. But anyway, thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Hi, Miriam. Hello, just living the dream. Hello, Byron, Joey Mack. Get set up the way I like. Bianca, Real Boogie. Sands, Gerald, good morning, good morning, good morning to you, and a special good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It is August 7th. It's 5:55 a.m. And before I go any further, so happy Monday, but more importantly than that, happy birthday to me. 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 Is your German Shepherd friendly?
Very.
Come here, dog. That's one of the few breeds I'm scared of. The only dog I've ever been chomped on was a German Shepherd. Come on,
he doesn't have a mean bone.
and maybe that's what I need. Here, can I put him on camera? I do a live video. Here's me and a German Shepherd. When I was in first grade, I was hiding in a bush, and this big German
Second grade.
jumped through and bit me on the ass.
This guy came out of the
Was it a
fence.
German Shepherd?
Yeah.
They're great dogs, but they're very protective of their family.
Well, it all depends on how you trained it.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. What's its name?
Willie.
Hi, Willie. Have a great day. It's my birthday. So I'm going to...
Saturday was mine.
Hey, happy birthday. We're Leos.
Yes, happy birthday right back.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Happy birthday to me. My happy birthday song. My happy birthday song was interrupted. But it was special, and I shared a little bit with you guys. Willie, a big old German Shepherd, walking without a leash, coming through the parking lot. And let me say, it's 5:55. I'm at a fairly empty spot in the world right now, by this big parking lot, by a Starbucks, which is just a building or two that way. And it's kind of scary to see a big German Shepherd coming my way. And he said he was friendly, and we patted him, and we put him on camera. But I will tell you, I was playing, I don't know, I was in kindergarten or first grade or something like that, playing with a kid underneath this tree in this bush, and all of a sudden, through the bush, it was like Cujo bursts this German Shepherd who chomped on my butt and left fang marks. And I had to go to the nurse, where my mother was a lunch lady at Pierce Downer. Maybe I was before first grade. At Pierce Downer Grade School in Downers Grove, Illinois, where I grew up. And just weird experiences. And from that time, I've been a little scared of German Shepherds because I know they're great dogs and great family dogs. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you so much for following the creator. I really appreciate when people do. I enjoy doing this show, and hopefully my energy and enthusiasm for life kind of rubs off on you. Or if it doesn't, you just enjoy talking. But anyway, this is, like I said, it's Coffee with Ken. Now that I've got my self-congratulatory birthdays out of the way. This is, like I said, a show I've been doing for a long time, and it's a show about me talking and kind of sharing stuff and sharing my enthusiasm, my energy, my zest, my tears, my happiness, and my joy. And thank you, the Finnegans. Hey, the Finnegans, what's your first name again? Good morning, Jamie. Do I meditate? I do. Lots of coffee. I do that too, which gets me to this. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me sharing my love of coffee. For those that have been watching a while, you know, it's also, wait, see, I'm all backwards today. I woke up and I went stretch, happy birthday to me! And it's got me in a weird mood. But anyway, it's not just a show about me talking and sharing stuff. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. It's a venti cup. It was free. I was opening up my app and it said, happy birthday, Ken, get your free drink on us. And I said, hey. I got to tell the barista, a nice young lady whose name was Grace, who was named after baby Grace on Little House on the Prairie. I asked her if she was raised in a spiritual family with a name like Grace, and she goes, well, I was named after baby Grace on Little House on the Prairie. And I said, I'll bet you baby Grace on Little House on the Prairie was raised in a very spiritual house. So anyway, with that in mind, I have this nice hot cup of coffee, which was free on Starbucks, and I considered getting one of the more expensive mocha, something that would have cost me $7, and I'm too cheap to do. But I got what I like. I got just a dark coffee with cream, and I'm so excited to have my first sip. I'm so excited to have my first sip, and I hope, like I said, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I tell you, as soon as Grace handed me the cup, I knew. I go, oh, cup's nice and hot. It's been hotter, but I don't need it hotter. Don't need it hotter. Thank you, Denny Doo, and thank you, William, and thank you, anybody, Jennifer, and anybody that is wishing me happy birthday. I appreciate it. I'm excited about it. I'm feeling good. I was walking up to Starbucks, which is right over there. I'm going to show you where I'm at again. I've shown you this spot before. It's just this little miracle location I'm at. About 500 yards from, or 600 yards maybe from where I'm going to be working today at my local Super Target. And I don't know, it's peaceful. It's got tables. It's in front of a Potbelly sandwich here in Warrenville, Illinois, which is right on the border of Naperville where I live. But I was looking at these dark, ominous clouds coming at me, although they're kind of lightening a little bit. And I was worried that these dark clouds foreshadow dark things in my future. And then I laughed and thought that was a funny idea and skipped it at Starbucks, feeling good because it's my birthday. Any fun birthday plans? I'm working today, and I think I woke with a fun spirit and a fun happiness and a fun joy that comes around probably 2 or 3 times a year for me. I always like Father's Day. I always like my birthday. Thanksgiving and Christmas would probably be the 4 times. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Christine. That really hop out at me is those special days where you kind of can do whatever you want. And I did not go to Summer Days Fest. I've been before. Thank you, Rocco. You have a zest for life I can only hope for. I'm over the whole thing. Oh, well, Denny, don't say that. Don't say that. And I think a lot of people think it's because I drink a lot of coffee. I've only had 1 sip, which reminds me I should do some more. Thank you, Christine. I do. I have a zest for life. I don't know if I've always had a zest for life. Sometimes I've always had an energy, and I've always had a spirit, and people always come up and go, wow, you got a great energy about you. And I go, I know, it's awesome, isn't it? Want a hug? Then they'll run away going, oh, crap, it's crazy. No, it's fun. And, yeah, I do. I do, and I've kind of learned to. Well, that's sweet, Brian. No worries. Thank you, RJ. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. Zest for life, energy, spirit. I don't know. I think over the last couple of years, I've learned to unleash it a little bit more. And I think most of my life, my dad was kind of a somber man who grew up on a farm in central Illinois. And I bet his parents were tough on him. And I don't think he was allowed to share emotions. I think kids were meant to be seen and not heard. And I remember visiting my Grandpa Joe down in Champaign, Illinois when I was a little kid with my brothers. And he would be embarrassed of us in our haircuts because we had long hair. And, I thought it was kind of funny at the time that he was embarrassed of our long hair. But it was pretty lame if you think about it. He's got his 3 grandsons coming to visit him. And that his biggest, he gripes about the way our hair looks. I don't know. Probably said something more about him than my hair. And, it probably has a lot to do with the way my dad was raised and then which way I was raised. So I've tried to release that over the last few years. I think my family was a very emotional family, and we all were, I don't know if we were all alpha people, but we're all high energy, different sort of vibe people that would all partake in various things to excess. My brother Steve was a black belt in karate. My dad, my mom, and my brother Scott ran marathons. My sister Carolyn is, who she is, and we all do things to a huge degree. And I don't know, it was my upbringing. And anyway, I think most of my life that being funny or being energetic or being excited or being happy or being joyous was wrong, especially if you did it loudly. And I tend to do things kind of loudly. And so I kind of kept it in, and I think I lurked around this earth for 50 years, kind of being bummed and sad and not proud of who I am or how I felt or being me. And over the last few years, I said to heck with that. And through Coffee with Ken, which started 4+ years ago, little spirituality that I never had before, a little belief in myself and forgiveness for the stuff I've done wrong, and letting go of a bunch of stuff that was holding me down. I'm the man that sits in front of you. Thank you, Denny. And I stopped drinking and smoking pot a couple of years ago. I know I talk about this all the time, but I think it's kind of important, and it's a little bit of this message of this page. And I just don't think those make people better. I think people use those to escape and to get away from their feelings and to feel better. And over the last couple of years, I've realized I feel pretty good, 85-90% of the time without that. And if I incorporated any sort of drugs or alcohol to feel better, I'd lose the ability to feel better by myself. So I don't do that anymore. Let's have a little more coffee. So I'm working today. I'm hoping to skip through my day at Super Target. I have a therapist appointment at 4 o'clock. Most people wouldn't say that on a live talk show, but I've talked about it before. I've gone through some hard spots, and I think it's okay to go talk out your stuff. I'm fortunate, probably more fortunate than anybody else I know, to have a ton of good friends that would probably do anything for me, that are there for me and listen to me and hear me and take care of me and protect me when I need protecting and encourage me when I need encouragement. But I think sometimes maybe it's good to talk to a professional, an unbiased opinion, and just kind of go dump your stuff. And I'm looking forward to doing that. And Tyler asked, how did I get past the initial withdrawals of stopping drinking and smoking pot? I never had withdrawals. I probably wasn't medically an alcoholic. I would drink 6 beers a day for every day, all day. I mean, sometimes 12, sometimes probably more, rarely less. I always say I averaged 6, but it might have been more. And I felt a little soreness in my liver area for the last, 10 years. And I go, wow, this is stupid. But I've been stupid before. Crack open a bottle of Heineken and start swigging it down. And it just feels so good not doing that anymore. I spent some time at my ex-wife's house. We have 2 beautiful kids together, and she has 3 beautiful kids from her first marriage. And I spent some time there yesterday, and it was so wonderful just hanging out with my babies and even seeing my stepkids and talking to them and feeling different than when I lived there before. And when I lived there, we used to live together. Obviously, we were married, but I would have, been sitting there wondering how many Heinekens I had left in the fridge. Would I need to take another run to the store? How much beer did I have left in my bottle? How much pot did we have left in the garage? Was it going to get us through the day? Did I have to ration it out, or should I get rid of it all and go get some more? And all those are such horrible feelings. Those are such horrible feelings. What's the most beers in one drinking binge? I've certainly done, I think you asked me this before, RJ. I don't know. But I guarantee I've been on trips where I started drinking at 6:30 a.m. on a golf trip in South Carolina and didn't stop till 10. And let me tell you, I can drink kind of quickly, especially if it's a Coors Light or a Miller Lite. So I'm sure it was a lot, but I never counted. And I think a few buddies of mine that stopped said they had the craziest dreams ever after smoking. You do have crazy dreams, and I'd kind of forgotten about that. And I don't want this whole show to be about, sobriety or not drinking or smoking, but I think it's important. You do have crazy dreams. It's awesome, though, because I got the chills. I think when you're drinking alcohol and smoking pot, you're not getting into the REM sleep that is the deep sleep that your body really needs to heal and rest. And when all of a sudden you stop drinking and smoking, your body goes into REM, you have dreams, you remember them, and you go, oh, you wake up and you go, wow, crap, it was like I was watching a movie. They're such great dreams, I almost want to start drinking again, so I stop having them, so I can quit again, so I can have these awesome, cool dreams, although they are scary sometimes. And I don't want to do that. It felt so good just being able to not have that urge. Oh, sorry about that, sexy guy. Hey, thank you for sharing the live. Did your friend group change after you stopped drinking? Great question. I'd say no. I still have, a little bit. I'd be making friends. And again, I was talking about it with my ex yesterday, that we used to go to a bar in Naperville 3 or 4 times a week. I'd say the only closest friend I had to change was probably my ex. But anyway, we used to go to the Lantern like 4 times a week, or 3 or 4 times, and it was just stupid, which is a bar in Naperville. And I kind of considered the staff and the locals or the regulars, my partying friends. But I still have the same friends I always have. I went to a buddy's the other night, real good friend of mine. And it's kind of funny, I get this a lot. He goes, do you mind if I have a beer, or would it be wrong if I had a beer? I go, no, I'm not tempted at all. I'd feel stupid if you didn't drink. It almost feels good that, to not need it. It feels powerful and something to be proud of, and something that makes you stronger and makes you feel pride even if you're having a tough day. I went to the Lantern a couple weeks ago and I talked about it, and there was a bunch of people in there, and I don't know what the wait staff was drinking, but outside of that, every human being in there was drinking alcohol. And it was fun. And I watched, I think it was Cubs were playing. I watched a little bit of the baseball game, and I talked to some people, but only a little bit. And I kind of sat there quietly drinking some water, enjoying this, and while feeling good about myself, that I didn't, need to drink. And again, I'm not coming across as not supposed to be sober Ken or anything like that, but the subject got on drinking. And it's just nice not feeling the urge, because, I don't know, I think the urge was the worst part. It was worse than the hangovers. Just the want. When am I going to have my first beer? When am I going to have my next beer? When am I going to have my next hit of pot? Did I really get a good hit that time? Stupid. Birthday plans today. Again, I'm working all day, and I'm seeing a therapist. What a fun birthday do I have. And what are my plans after therapy? Thank you for asking, Christine. My friends, my longtime friend group. And I have some longtime friends. And I'm just thinking about 4 guys that I'm going out to dinner with tonight. My 2 newest of those friends I've been friends with for 37 years. The 2 older friends, I've been friends with them since like the 6th or 7th grade. And it's not like, I make new friends wherever I go. I look at strangers as just friends I haven't met yet. And it's not like I don't add new ones and significant ones. But I'm lucky to have a group of good people around me. And I don't know, they kind of guide me through life's journeys. And we all have our struggles, and we all deal with them in different ways. And I mean, they all probably still drink. I got a buddy that really doesn't. But, and I got a couple buddies that have cut back. I think everyone's cut back a little bit. We all probably drank too much, and we all probably realized it's not good for us. RJ asked what the biggest binge. I mean, I lived in a fraternity where we drank a lot, where we had a keg on tap all day, every day. And all it took was walking down and turning it on or pulling the tap. And we'd do beer bongs. And I think you could fit like 6 beers in there and just go, and then it'd be gone in about that fast a time. It's amazing the amount of volume your body can take when you're going for it, when you're trying. You're going to get non-alcoholic beer. I will if I go out with my buddies. I probably will. I was drinking non-alcoholic beer fairly regularly. I mean, not that regularly. It's interesting. I don't know, I'd buy a 12-pack and it might last me a week and a half or something like that. Because every once in a while, you'll want the flavor. I wonder what's opening up. There's people coming my way. I wonder what they're here for. Good morning. Oh, they're Potbelly people. They're Potbelly people. Coming in to open up my Potbelly. It's not my Potbelly. I just happen to be sitting there. Drinking gets old after a while. Just as you age, it just filters out of your life. Yeah. What gray was I into? I don't know what that means. Are you talking about beer being a bottle of SoCo? I don't know what that means either. But anyway, so now I enjoy coffee. I'm going out to dinner with some friends. I felt a little bad. My oldest daughter, Erin, came to church with me and my son Augie yesterday, and she was trying to, she was being sweet because she's sweet and she's got a good heart, and was trying to coordinate plans with her dad for her birthday, and it makes me kind of water up just thinking about. But I'm working all day, and She wanted to, go golfing or something like that, and I'll try and do it because I don't see her as often as I should or wish I did. I'm going to cry. And she's a beautiful girl, and she's going to be a senior in high school. And I always tell her, I remember you when you were this big. She doesn't like when I say that, but I still do. Ryan told me to call in sick. It's kind of funny you say that. Just to test the system. And because it's a job that's kind of a entry-level position, and I just am doing it to get by. There was... and because it's a weird job that I work at. Because you work so independently when you're working at Target. And that sounds noble, independently. But you're all kind of doing your stuff. And you don't really ever come together and work together as a team or do anything. But you're all working towards the greater mission of this building and this store. And making it run. And it somehow runs really well. But it doesn't run in a way that's healthy for me. Because I like talking to people and firing up the employees and, I don't know, leading. I think I like leading. I'm really leading from behind because I'm the lowest position at the store. And most of us are the lowest position, and then there's a few people higher up management, but they're just doing the same thing too. They're all workers too. Work will always be there. Make the time to be with her if at all possible. I appreciate that. But no, I'm not going to not work today. I'm not going to not work. I'm not going to not work. But anyway, there was a time a couple months back, I was going, nobody even knows I'm here. And you don't even call in sick. I'm rarely sick. Probably going to lose my job for saying this. But the first week of training, I got very sick. I had a horrible case of stomach flu, and I couldn't get out of bed for 2 days. And I go, oh no, I got to call in sick. So I dialed the number. Nobody picked up. I dialed a different number. Nobody picked up. I called for like 45 minutes, and nobody would pick up. Eventually, I called through the deli. I went to the deli extension, who found my boss, who I could tell I was sick and I really couldn't make it in. And as much as I don't ever like calling in sick for anything or canceling any appointments of any sort, even worse would be to not call in. Fast forward 2 months, and I'm going, nobody even pays me attention when I'm here. I wonder if they'll notice if I call in sick. So I opened up the app and I said, call in sick. They noticed. I got a firm talking to. You bet I'd make an awesome bartender. Interesting. I've thought about that. I like the social aspect. I think I'd have a problem feeling a little bit like a drug dealer and dealing with loud, obnoxious people all the time. Plus, I don't know how to make any cocktails. Plus, I don't have the greatest hand skills. My hands kind of shake and have since I was a little kid. Jamie Monroe, who was my nemesis. Jamie Monroe, I know you're still out there. Hopefully you'll tune into this live and hear that I'm still remember. Would call me Shakey's Pizza, which was a pizza joint down the street from our school because I had shaky hands. And I think I'd probably enjoy being a bartender, a lot of aspects of it. But again, I think it would be, I was a waiter for a bunch of years and I brought that in. I was a realtor for most of my life. I was a stockbroker before. I have a finance degree from University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. And I'm figuring out what I want to do and striving for that. And I'd like to run my own business. And I did that as a realtor, but it wasn't the right business. I think I can inspire, and I have energy, I have enthusiasm, I have passion. I could work all day if I was at all interested. And I just don't think I found the right fit yet. And maybe somehow, some way, and I was talking about it with my man RJ and another buddy Jack, if I figured out how to really go for this, some sort of talk show format, because I'm making just a little bit of money as a content creator. Is this content? I don't know. Am I creating it? Or am I just drinking coffee and talking? But I make a little bit of money. It's kind of funny, like $60 a month doing this from YouTube and Reels and what have you. And I don't know. I bet I could figure out how to make that grow. I was talking to my oldest stepson yesterday, and he watches these from time to time. Hi, Tommy, if you're watching. Hi, Ian, if you're watching. His buddy watches it too. It almost feels they're making fun of me, but I don't think so. If they're making fun of me, they're wasting a whole lot of time making fun of me. And I don't know. He had a lot of good ideas, about content and what I could talk about, and maybe talking about politics or talking about sports or talking about movies I've seen, and how my viewers audience would grow. And maybe it's true. I don't know. I like telling my story and hope it means something. But I also enjoy talking and expressing my stuff, whatever that stuff might be. And I got to talking to him yesterday, and he said I asked him if he'd seen the Barbie movie yet. And everybody I've talked to said the Barbie movie was great. And it's the one big movie out there I haven't really seen yet. And it looks so silly, I can't even tell you. But I was excited to see Oppenheimer. And I went and saw Oppenheimer a week and a half ago, and I might have talked about this before. I thought it was interesting, but not that interesting. not that interesting. And the actor that plays Oppenheimer has cool eyes, and they're doing a close-up of his face a lot. And you're kind of into it for that, and it's kind of shot weird, and it's got some stars that you know. But I felt it long, a little bit boring, and almost confusing. And I even know the story. They were kind of hopping around in parts of his life. I think the main gist of it was him losing him being called a communist, later on after he built the bomb, and his life before the bomb, his life during it, and what went in. But as a kid that's a World War II buff and a boy at heart that used to I like fire a lot, I wanted to, see some more explosions. See some more tests in the lab. See some more of that. So I didn't find Oppenheimer that great. And I'm surprised it has any mass appeal at all. I'm really surprised it has any mass appeal at all. I mean, Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. Matt Damon's in it. The lead guy is he was in a Batman movie as a scarecrow, I think. But other than that, I don't know. I'm surprised it had any mass appeal at all. I found it kind of dull and long. So that would be my first official movie review of Oppenheimer, the movie. Become an airline gate agent. I think that would be horrible. I can't imagine a worse job. It's funny, I gotta go soon. I worked at Lifetime Fitness, which is a really nice gym, about 10 years ago for a period. And I was the doorman, not doorman, like holding it, but welcoming people in and scanning their cards and welcoming them to the gym and hoping they had a great workout. And I have a ton of energy and enthusiasm and passion. But all that energy, all that enthusiasm got spread out with about 1 million different 3-second communications. Hey, good morning. Have a good workout. Hey, thanks for coming in today. Good seeing you. Blah, 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 blah. It was an endless stream of that. And by the end of the day, I had nothing left. And I couldn't say good morning to one more person, although it was the afternoon, so I didn't need to say good morning. But I had nothing left. And I was spent like a rag doll. And I think an airline gate agent might be the worst of all worlds, in that you deal with that same sort of feeling, plus all the nastiness of when there's, delays and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think an airline gate agent is my calling. I think I'd like to run my own business. I'd love it to be Coffee with Ken. That's what I'd love to do. So my job, I think, and I've talked about it before, is turning the 1,450 or whatever subscribers I have on YouTube to 50,000. And once I do that, I'll reevaluate the revenue I'm generating and maybe tweak the formula and probably shoot for a higher goal. Good morning, Michael. And that's my plan. Why did I give up real estate? I did it 17 years, and I talk about this a lot. I did fairly okay, which means pretty good, and maybe fairly okay is good enough, but it wasn't good enough for me. I think God blessed me with a lot of talents and gifts and skills, and I'm 55 years old. This is the first day I've been able to say that. But I probably got 30 years left, and I didn't want to do it being something I felt like I was kind of faking, like I was fairly okay at, even though I was pretty good because I'm social and I'm outgoing and I can talk pricing. Hey, Brian, thanks for stopping in. But I wanted to do something more, and I didn't think it was more. And I think, honestly, I've made more of a difference in this show. Thank you so much for following the live AMZ and Bo Dickens. I so appreciate that. My page grows a little bit. Hello, Papa Bob. My page grows a little bit every day, and I'm doing my slow march towards 10,000 followers here on TikTok. I'd like to explode. I'd like to have 1 million, but, sometimes God throws us challenges, and God gives us struggles to make us work a little harder and to appreciate what we have and what have you. Shannon, I did sing to myself. The opening of my show, I did sing to myself. I appreciate you knowing. Hey, H2 or R2, thank you for following the host. Hello, Lisa Smith. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. And again, it's about 6:30. I get to, and I promise you, thank you, Papa Bob. If you are struggling with something in life and you're going, I gotta go to work, or I gotta go to an appointment, or I gotta take the garbage out, or I gotta mow the lawn, if you change that word gotta to get to, you're gonna feel a hell of a lot better. And I get to go to work today, and I get to earn a paycheck, and I get to do my best, and I get to enjoy the day when I'm off of work, and I get to work on myself and be a little better. And by being a little bit better today, I'm gonna work towards a better tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you with that. One more sip of coffee. I so appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you so much for this special birthday edition of my show. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a had a great night's sleep. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.